Let's remember what we discussed about the discriminant. First of all, the discriminant is D. We use capital D to refer to it, and it equals b squared minus 4ac. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the equation has two non-real solutions. If the discriminant equals 0, the equation has exactly one real solution called a repeated solution. And if D is greater than 0, then the equation has two unequal real solutions. So let's use the discriminant to determine how many and what type of solutions x squared plus 5 equal negative 4x has. Now remember, before I can determine the discriminant, I have to have the equation in standard form. So here I'll have to add a 4x to both sides of the equation. The equation becomes x squared plus 4x plus 5 equals to 0. Now I can determine that a, the coefficient of x squared, is 1. B, the coefficient of x, is 4. And C, the constant, is 5. So the discriminant equals b squared minus 4ac, which for this equation is 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5, which is 16 minus 20, which is a negative 4. So since the discriminant is negative 4, which is less than 0 or negative, x squared plus 5 equals negative 4x has two non-real solutions. So you'll be taking the square root of a negative here. So you're going to get two non-real solutions. All right, let's look at 3x squared equals 24x minus 48. We need to subtract a negative 24x from both sides. So that will give us 3x squared minus 24x. And we need to add a positive 48 to both sides. So that gives us 3x squared minus 24x plus 48 equals 0. So now that we have this in standard form, we can determine that A is 3, B is negative 24, C is 48. So the discriminant, which we call capital D, is b squared minus 4ac, which is the square of negative 24 minus 4 times 3 times 48. And using our calculator to find this value, we find that this is 576 minus 576, which is 0. So our discriminant is 0, And that tells us that the equation 3x squared equals 24x minus 48 has exactly one real solution. When the discriminant is 0, the equation has exactly one real solution. Alright, in this equation we need to subtract 5 from both sides of the equation to get it in standard form. And we get 6x squared plus x minus 5 equals 0. We're able to determine that a is 6, b is 1, c is negative 5. So our discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, and that equals 1 squared minus 4 times 6 times negative 5, which is 1 minus negative 120, which is equal to positive 121. So the discriminant equals 121, which is greater than 0. So that means 6x squared plus x equals 5 has two real unequal solutions. And that's how we use the discriminant to determine the number and type of solutions. And for any equation, if the discriminant is less than 0, the equation has two non-real solutions. If the discriminant equals 0, the equation has exactly one real solution. If the discriminant is greater than 0, the equation has two real unequal solutions.